All right, warm it up, Chris.
Who's Chris?
You're supposed to say I'm about to, bro. When I throw these hip-hop lyrics at you, you got to be ready. We live, bro.
Right now?
Yeah.
Hey! It's the Deep by Deep podcast on this December 17th, 2017. And I got to give a big who dat, ho, 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 Christmas style. I guess you could say. What are you doing?
I gotta get
all right, so
set up here.
What's your take on the game, bro? Did it scare you for about 2.5 quarters or what?
Saints dragged today like I did all day. You know, they were sleeping.
Everybody who partied at the CUDA last night's dragging.
Oh my God! Shout out to CJ, man.
Yeah,
I went and hung out with CJ last night. I caught me a flight, red eye from Araby to Porter's, and hung out with CJ Bird over at Barracudas last night.
Yeah, he was
good dude. We never really kicked it before.
He was holding it down all by himself.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Got back and carry his weight from what I
understand. He's supposed to have some help come in there with him, but yeah, unfortunately, Fats had to work. So
yeah, he's a slacker.
Yeah, slacking Fats. That's what we call him.
Yeah, but
yeah, the game was definitely ugly. I think if they had McCollum, we'd have lost by 10 points.
Oh, ooh, woo!
But I could say that maybe the Saints didn't open the playbook because they see what's on the schedule.
Did you see how purple? Oh, yeah. Did you look at McCollum's hand in the cast from the sideline? I caught that.
They showed it.
You know how they put that prep shit on you before surgery or whatever. You know it gives you that yellow tint.
Yeah,
that's what his hand looked like. Like it was fucking, and you can tell it wasn't like ink. It was swollen. You know what I mean? Like it was fucked up. And he wanted to fly out there because he wanted to help the young quarterback, bro. Like, and being a journeyman like him, he gonna get a job somewhere else. He didn't have to do that. So hats off to McCown for giving a fuck.
Yeah. Shout out to Boogie, bro, the Nutcracker, kicking it with us on today's podcast, bro.
All day.
This dude's not gonna be too interested today in the podcast because he's watching the Steelers play because his fantasy, he got lucky. He's gonna win his fantasy league this year.
Know. Well, it ain't halftime. Look, they called, dude. That was so funny. They
called him back in the field.
What's third and goal? 30 seconds left. Le'Veon Bell about to score.
So, what y'all thought of the game today? The offense definitely looks sloppy.
I think. I mean,
defense looked good for the most part.
It just scares me that they can't. It seems like they have no rhythm in the passing game, and from what I saw, it was like they lost in the trenches. For that part of the game, like they.
What up, Eddie?
And then they got, it's that screen has been so successful this year, and it seemed like the Jets kind of figured put it to a halt, and like the one thing, the play call, like Kamara on a third down, they ran the play to the right, and he got shut down. The next drive, the first thing they run is the screen game.
It seemed like defense caught up with the screen.
Yeah.
The screen's been working all year, though, man.
I know. That's what I'm saying. So it's hard to argue that point because it's a lot of the reason why we here. You know what I'm saying? Why are we saying we won 10 games? Because and in the offense, just they run a different system. And one of the things that they do, it's kind of it almost has a West Coast style to it because they throw underneath and let him yak. You know what I'm saying? Yards after the catch. A lot of the
down with your acronyms, bro.
Yeah, and let him yak. I remember P.I. Thomas said that. Yak. Yards after contact. But no, that's what it seems like. It seems like they run a lot of underneath pass game. You can look at Breeze, his passing yards. Look, fucking Ingram. Ingram's money today was in his passing game, in his passing. You know what I'm saying? Like his reception underneath. Let the blockers do the work, and you just bob and weave out of traffic. And
you know what it looked like? It looked like we had to play max protect the whole game because they were only rushing 4, and we were covered so bad in the secondary.
Dude, they were dumb. That's what I understand. The way the defense was set up, every receiver was double teamed, but they were covering the run. Hats off to the Jets. You know what I'm saying? You had everything in check. Now they figured out obviously they figured out how to get the ball downfield and made enough plays. They, looking at the tape in between letting the defense go out there and shine because the defense balled their ass off today.
Sherry Gore said she tried watching this but couldn't get past the F-bomb. We've been dropping a lot of F-bombs today so far.
I don't know.
No, it's just natural. Sorry, Sherry.
Who's Sherry?
Oh, she said it. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sherry, I didn't mean to curse.
Talking to Mike, yeah.
He did it. I didn't do it.
Yeah.
You cursed.
Probably with me. I apologize again.
But no, I don't know. I couldn't get past the the F-bomb. But no, what I'm saying is they couldn't figure. I don't know. They were schemed. Like the scheme worked for the Jets. They beat us up.
I tell you what, the Jets, they must have a hell of a coach because that roster is about 3 or 4 win roster. And every week it seems like they either winning games they're not supposed to be winning or they close.
Speaking of the coach,
they even play the Raiders. I mean, the Patriots close.
Was it just me or did the coach look like he didn't want? I don't watch enough Jets football to know how the coach reacts, but did he just look like he didn't want to be there today?
The Jets coach?
Every time they showed him on film,
his arms
were folded. He never had a smile. And it looked like he was just kind of shrugging the whole time he was on the field. Like he was upset. Like he was not happy. Like he got in an argument with his wife or something before the game.
He might have been upset that Mike Francesco retired.
Dude, he's just like, this is bullshit. Like everything looked like this fucked up. Like he felt
like. They tried to play 12
Maybe they told him he was fired before the game. I don't know.
They tried to play 12 on 11 the whole game. Because they kept putting 12 guys in the offensive huddle. And they kept the flag for it.
They did get some. I mean, that's some shit that they got to clean up.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you one thing about the offense. Did you see with the Breeze with the Ingram screen early in the game? That was called at the line. He saw that blitz coming from that right side right there. They was running a different play, and he changed it right there at the line to that screen, which should have been a touchdown. But they couldn't challenge it because I've seen people on Facebook were saying that why didn't you challenge it? They were saying it on TV. You can't challenge it because it was blown dead. Once it's blown dead, the play's over.
Right, it's over, yeah. It's not even a free play. Like, it's just you can't do anything about it. Like the same thing with, when Cameron Jordan got up on that flag. Remember when they were on the line and Cameron Jordan got up and just started walking to the backfield, pointing fingers? Yeah. And the commentators were saying the Saints did something wrong. And he was, and he was pointing at the 12 man. I guess he was pointing at the 12 man on the field. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to get the refs to see it. But speaking of refs, did you notice how content the coaching staff was with the refs' calls today? Even though they made some ugly shit, Peyton did not argue with them one time. Did you see him argue with the refs at all?
No,
like get heated like he did?
He had to cut that check this week, bro.
And you can make a case that they made the same bullshit calls on us that they did in Atlanta. Like that Vaccaro, like when they called pass interference on Vaccaro at the end of the game, I didn't really see anything.
Was that you a text? I said the game looks fixed almost.
Yeah,
just how that momentum swing.
Oh, it was so fast.
It almost looks fixed.
It was just 100. We had 2 yards.
Like offense. We were shutting this team. We had that one drive where they ran the ball good, when they scored their first touchdown. But we shut down the run until it was time for them to catch up, and it was all of a sudden.
Well, they had that nice drive in the first half that they look untouchable, where they scored, and it happens. You know what I'm saying?
Eddie said we ain't cursing. We will curse, but I know we do drop F-bombs occasionally, especially we keep drinking. Oh, the burner's hanging out, right? You got any advice for the burner in the second half to shut down Roethlisberger? He's the Patriots D coordinator, right?
How do we shut down Roethlisberger?
Tell me he needs to
shut down Roethlisberger and just have him feed the ball to Le'Veon Bell.
Well, he don't have any control of he's the Patriots D coordinator. He don't have any control with Pittsburgh.
That's an inside joke. Well, but what scares me down the line, going deep, is the fact that the offense looks somewhat stagnant at times when the running game don't work.
Right.
And it used to be the other way around. You know what I'm saying? The passing game worked great, and they could never establish a run. And if they get beat in the trenches, it's like, fuck, it's game over. You know, there's the F-bomb you're looking for right there. I just
You
said
just said one?
Yes.
Drop one?
Yep. I'm sorry. I apologize. It's Christmas. I shouldn't be talking like that.
Christmas coming up, bro.
But I think we got beaten. I think we got beat in the trenches on both sides of the ball. And you know, hats off to the Jets defensive lineman for getting that interception because that was
a hell of a play.
You can't do that twice. He knew he didn't have nothing on the end. He knew he wasn't getting to the quarterback in time. He read the eyes and backed up.
Just backed up and kind of went in his own zone.
Fell coverage. Right. Yeah, he followed his eyes. I mean, you can't coach that. You know what I'm saying? That was beautiful. But this game reminded me of the Bears game. When we played the Bears, bad football team comes to town, good defense, opportunistic defense, if you want to call it that, and just, you know, they would never go away. You know what I mean? We led the game the whole time, but one play away from that momentum swinging hard the other way. You know, so
yeah.
But what do you think? You think we got Atlanta now? You think we just prepping for Atlanta?
That's what I think. I think maybe the offensive playbook wasn't, even the defensive playbook maybe wasn't open all the way because you don't want to put too much stuff on tape.
So it's like, fuck, I was saving this play. There's another bomb.
We all come on. That's too bad. We're going to get a swear jar in here every time Paul says that.
Yeah.
Fuck. You got to put $1 in the swear jar.
You just got to put 2 just for being there.
Just emphasize. I'm not seeing it like that.
Yep. All right. But,
apologies again.
Well, I think like, you know, I don't know what their play calling was, but I think they figured something out because it seems like they always they just save the play. They don't want to unleash the playbook. They try to be as conservative as they can.
We figure at minimum they got, 3 or 4 more games to go, including today. So they got 3 in the season, and they got at least 1 playoff game.
Yeah. And, you know, one thing we didn't talk about yet, we got to bring it up. Somewhere in between.
It's crazy, they haven't clinched a playoff spot yet.
I know. That's how tight this is. We win one more game, we got the play.
Should be in, yeah.
We in. And so that should be the motivation to win next week. But one thing we didn't talk about, somewhere in between Drew Brees letting go of the ball and Brandon Coleman catching it, the referee found a way to put KY Jelly on that football.
I tell you what, Brandon Coleman, before today, he was having a pretty good year. Because I used to think Brandon Coleman wasn't shit. But before this season,
he
started to come around this year, and you know he just had a rough day.
I mean, is that something they saw on tape?
I mean, there's been years where Drew Brees had games with 4 or 5 interceptions, and he's bounced back. You know, so I think it was cool. Sean Payton put him back out there. He did put him back out there. Yeah, he didn't just give up on
because I don't know.
I'm sure the dude's gonna watch tape this week, and
dude, the way he carried that football,
he's gonna see it on tape this week.
And you know, it's not the first one. It seemed like he carried the football tighter on the first play, on the first fumble, than he did on the second fumble. Like he didn't learn his lesson because you could look at the second one and it like he's got big hands, so he was carrying that ball in between his fingers and running with it. You know what I'm saying?
Like, look what I got. Look what I got.
And it didn't take long for them to pop it out. And he could, you know how most players will even argue a good call. He had no room to argue it. And he knew he fucked up. Well, so there's an F-bomb fight.
Another one.
But that was a deserved
$1.
I don't care. That was deserved.
So I got vacation this week for Christmas, bro. I'm on vacation all week. I want everybody, if they know a good Netflix show to binge watch this week for me, hit me up because I'm not really, I don't really get time to watch these Netflix shows.
Yeah, it's called.
So I'm trying to
D by DEP. It's a good one.
Between my time and working on music, I want a good Netflix show to binge watch. So if you guys,
if you really want a good show to watch while you're taking a break from working on a D by DEP, Stranger Things is about it, bro. It'll bring you back. You grew up in the 80s.
Word.
So it'll bring you back to that time.
Word.
If
anything,
I
grew up in the 80s. I say word.
Yeah, it really takes you back to that time, like arcades and arcade games, Goonie style,
So it's like a sci-fi kind.
It is. It's a sci-fi deal, but it makes you. It really takes you back to that time. It did an excellent job of narrating the theme of.
What's your favorite Netflix binge? Hit us up. What's your favorite Netflix? Help us. Help me.
I'm watching that Dark series right now, which is I can tell you is a German.
Now, how you watch all these shows that you can binge watch and you still ain't watching none of these movies I'm trying to put you on?
Because I'm trying to go. I don't know. I don't have time to watch the movies that I gotta. This kind of like the old lady time. I watch the shit with her.
Okay, so she ain't interested in watching.
I don't have the time. Well, yeah. So I don't really.
I'm not gonna put you on blast, but you'd be amazed to movies that this dude hasn't seen before.
No, you can put me on blast all day, And if I have watched it, I probably forgot about it. Dude, there was a time where we would go to the movies, bro, and I'd be so high that I'd fall asleep on them. So I don't remember half the shit. I saw a lot of movies that I didn't see because I played Duck City.
Ducked off.
Yeah.
So, well, can you elaborate on that?
Enough said.
All right, we'll leave it there.
Enough said. There was a lot of good movies at that time.
Speaking of which, my son, he graduated from the DARE program from school. I don't know what that means.
I went on a date one time and slept through a movie one time. First date, bro.
That's sad, bro. She call you back?
We didn't go. No. I think if I'd have called her, I didn't feel it.
That's sad, dude. How you fall asleep on the first date, bro?
I didn't mean to, bro.
You got a lot to prove on the first date.
I know.
You gotta be careful what you say now. You can't say things like normally guys would say on the first date.
Dude, I was like, I was like 18, bro.
18? Man, this dude, bro. Anyway,
she never called me out on it.
That's because probably she was just like, all right, let's get this over with, and I wanted to hear from this motherfucker. Like, dude, I don't know. There's priorities in life. I don't know. I just never was into like taking shit. I don't even drink enough to really get me like the way I'm stupid loaded,
Well, I was at work, dude. It was one of them days where I had to get up for 4 a.m. and fucking work my ass off all day, and you're in that relaxing environment, bro. And it's just that was it, dude. I had enough. I had to go to sleep. So it really was. It wasn't that bad of a.
So I take it you wasn't a graduate of the DARE program like my son.
No, my kid was. She graduated DARE program.
So did little Pat. So
yeah, they both in 5th grade.
Now let me ask you this: how many kids in that DARE program you think's on dope?
How many kids
on Adderall and shit? How many?
I mean, if you want to put a percentage out there, dude, that's hard. I don't fucking know. It depends on. I guess it depends on the school.
I know I'm gonna catch hell for that one.
Why? I mean, no. I mean, it's what it is, bro. Is it Adderall? Like I remember Ritalin was.
Ritalin. That's one of I couldn't. Dude, I knew this dude that lived around the corner from me. It took Ritalin. This dude busted beer bottles on his head for fun. We were hanging out at a parade by Taco Bell. Yeah. And he was like, rounding people up. And say, bro, you want to see what I do with my fucking head? Took the beer bottle. Busted his head wide open.
Well, here's the conversation that we can have now. Is that when you seen it happen, you were just thinking, this is a wild, bad motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
But you look back on it as you get older. He was high as a kite. He was on some serious prescription medication that gave him the strength to hit Superman to bust himself upside the head and not feel it.
He would do it at my house all the time, and then when we took him out, he busted his shit wide open.
You can tell me after.
I'll tell you after.
I think I know who you're talking about.
I ain't putting him on blast.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Well, we didn't go to school with him.
Right, I know, but he lived down the street.
He lived around the corner from me.
I went to school with him.
He might have went to Nova.
I went to school.
Yeah,
with
he might.
I knew who you talking about.
Going to Nova.
But you wouldn't. But I couldn't see him going.
No, he was a nice dude, but I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
But he was a knucklehead,
right?
He was a knucklehead.
He was a clown, bro. He was a class clown. And I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you another story about it when we done.
Why you? Never mind.
You can't talk about.
Oh, about the same guy.
Yeah.
If we're talking about the same person.
It was an interesting experience. I mean, with that dude one day.
Well, at least he was.
It wasn't gay. It was no gay stuff. But it was funny shit.
Anyway,
that means it was gay.
At least
it was no gay.
At least he wasn't sexually harassing anybody.
Dude. I don't know nothing about sexual harassment. Yeah,
you don't know nothing.
Can't talk. Yeah,
can't talk about.
No comment.
You know, all them dudes on the NFL Network. They have a whole new staff today on TV this morning, man.
I know.
I didn't see the pregame show, but pretty much the whole pregame show is getting accused of.
I mean, I don't know who filled what role, but I knew Steve Smith played a prominent role this morning.
Steve Smith was on the show this morning?
Yeah. Steve Smith, Michael Irvin.
Well, he just got there, so he didn't have time to.
There was no
Dion. Probably wasn't working there.
Dion only goes out at night, right?
Yeah, he calls everybody.
Like Dion had his own shit.
Yeah, he does some shit where he calls people.
She even called out McNabb.
Ripped Tony Romo.
But dude, you know what? Like the way it makes it when you read the article, and I don't know, I wasn't there, but she makes it sound like she was like the game to be, like she was the kid that got bullied, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, yeah, we'll talk about that little kid in a minute too.
I'm just saying. No, I know, but I know what you're talking about. But she seemed like the kid that got bullied behind the set,
right?
And she was a stylist. So when you read and you think about it, it makes it sound like every football player that sat in a chair before they got their makeup done was checking her out.
Which, if she was cute, I understand them looking at her. It's just some of the stuff they say they told this girl was just so fucking off. I couldn't imagine them. I've known some assholes in my day. I couldn't imagine any guys like just whipping out their dick in front of the girl, like. Yeah. You know, but maybe they were that entitled.
Well, see, McNabb had the text
NFL
message.
story.
She said that's some text messages asking her if she was a squirter. And honestly, she don't look like a squirter to me. So that was this.
There's a look.
No, I don't know. I'm trying to bring some light to a dark situation, bro. But no, But
is every situation like her word against yours?
But let's say she could take just a little bit of evidence she has and try to run it against everybody. I think obviously she's in a lawsuit. So she's got to win. You got to win. You playing this game to win.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So she's going to go as far as she can to win.
Supposedly she lost her job, and that for a younger girl. And that may have something to do with it.
And dude,
how do we prove this stuff?
Everything that she says could be entirely true from A to Z. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
She could have got played and tricked and fucked, whatever, tossed up, and then thrown to the curb when they were done with her, when they found another stylist, whatever you want to say. You know, I mean, it could be. But at the same time, it could be something as minimal as her not performing her job to the way they wanted to, and then everybody shitting on her after that. You know, like, and then she just shitting on, I'm sorry, her just shitting on everybody after that. You know,
and like I said, it's her word against theirs. I mean,
right. Or it could be something as small as them saying, Marshall Falk complaining about the fact that her makeup wasn't he didn't like the way his good side looked on camera and shit. They fucking fight. I
don't know how the burden of proof is supposed to be in them situations, the internal investigation. Like, does she have to provide these text messages?
Well, the lawyers got hold of everything. She ain't saying shit.
Some of this Hollywood shit's like 30 years old. Like, how are we gonna prove this?
Well, this isn't that old though. She just got fired. What?
It
was either this year or last year.
I'm not saying that these ladies are lying, but how do we, if I could just come out and just say, oh, so and so sexually harassed me or touched me when they weren't supposed to, how can I prove that I'm wrong? I could just say it, and it ruins their credibility forever.
That's what I'm saying.
Look at Tyson,
you
right?
can.
We don't know, Tyson swears. Well, Tyson, I think if Tyson would have raped that girl, I think Tyson would admit.
Well, in the life that in the planet we live on, like what could happen is, all right, these guys are accused of something. They're not guilty of it. So
yeah, but rape and sexual harassment is almost a totally different thing.
They are totally different. I can walk up to you and wake up. You know what I'm saying?
It's all
good
perception.
Day. And then she can go run and take it the wrong way,
but it's
and
not
that's
just
called
that.
Sexual harassment.
It's not. Yeah, it goes with how I perceive it. You know, if you harass me.
But what I'm saying is, in the world we live today, she said this about these guys, and they had for the to save the brand, they have to pretty much fire because these dudes are done. You're not getting another job.
No, why should they get another job?
And you ain't coming back to NFL Network. You understand what I'm saying? Let's say you do get another job. The last place you're working for is the NFL Network. Like these guys, they're pretty much cleaning house. They call in every retired football player that they can find that has some kind of character looking to fill these spots. And they're not coming back.
But who's to stop the next woman from being like, oh, I don't like the way you talk to me today, and I'm gonna go run.
Right?
I'm gonna go run
and does this mean that everybody's gonna be walking on eggshells at a work site that involves a camera?
I'm all for
except the D by D podcast,
because there are situations where women do get or abused and they're scared to come out. But if we it's like racism, right? It's like we treat every little thing, and if we have to believe. We have to go on everybody's word, the real acts of racism or rape or sexual harassment fall in the cracks.
Right.
It's like boy that cried wolf. Everybody cries wolf.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, is there a time where they're not going to they have to treat every situation with the same magnitude. So all it takes is a woman to say it.
Mikey has a good point because I thought about this too. So if we ever find proof that it's right here. Read it.
Well,
if we ever find proof, I'll read you what he said in a second, that a woman was lying or something didn't happen, shouldn't these women get prosecuted? Especially a rape case. Like if a woman falsely accuses a guy of rape, most of the time them women don't get in trouble.
I'm sure there's a charge for destroying somebody's life.
I mean, maybe a civil charge, but not a criminal charge.
No.
And if the woman ain't got no money, I mean, what's the guy gonna? It's like that Rocky V thing. Sue me for what?
Right.
What you gonna sue me for?
No, you're right. I mean,
I'm doing this to get paid.
What's gonna have to happen is they're gonna have to find for your thing, what you're saying right now, for that shit to actually take place. They're gonna have to find some woman in the court of law to lie and get caught red-handed lying for a congressman to step up and change that, and then put that law into place, because it's got to go through, hoops and ladders before something like that would get passed.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, in common courtesy, dude. Like, I think, in my opinion, I mean, if you want to know, like, what I think something happened. Do I think it happened to that degree? I don't know, but I think something happened.
I'm not saying it didn't happen, but
I can't her just being pure evil, because that's evil. If she's lying, that's fucking evil.
I know a girl like that in high school. Like we go to parties and stuff like that. If she didn't like the way a guy talked to her or something like that, she'd be saying the guy tried to rape her.
Right
at the fucking party.
Well, she got it. The thing is, she got fired for stealing clothes, bro. She got fired for stealing clothes off the set. That's why they got rid of her. It wasn't just like,
That's like another thing. Like if girls, fooling around with their boyfriends or something like that, or they'll go tell guys, oh, my boyfriend hit me.
Right.
And stuff like that. And it's just the guy always takes the word for it. He wants to beat the other guy's
right.
ass.
You got to think before you act. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. Like, women have that.
Women have so much power, more power than
they actually know. Right?
Realize.
They're actually the most, most powerful specimen on the planet when it comes to that, because they don't.
Their word means so much.
Right. They don't have to actually do anything physically you know what I'm saying, to actually gain control of a situation if they know how to, if they know the right words, you know what I mean? Like they know the right things to say and the right actions to take at the right time.
And they know, you know, more than likely, God, you know, women get fought for.
Right.
They don't
because
have
women's a man is a protector. You know what I'm saying? A man is a provider. You know, they're supposed to be the big teddy bear, and you know what I mean. And they protect their household. Women, you know, like
Mikey said, he finds it odd that all of his stuff's coming out all over the place now with these women.
Well, you could go both ways with that. Like, and now's the time for me to get retaliation, or now's the time for me, like, I've been so scared to come out the closet. Now that, you know what I'm saying?
There's definitely a culture of, you know, guys having power. You hear the stories all the time, women fucking their way to the top, you know, and stuff like that. Like, that's a cliche that's been around forever. So
yeah, but is it the women? Now it's like, it wasn't the woman the whole time. It was the guy. It was the casting couch. The guy who run the casting couch.
Yeah, I mean, the pornos, like, run businesses off of that. Like, you know, they shoot stuff, like, based off of women on the casting couch.
Yeah.
But at the same time, all these cases that are coming out all at one time, like, where's the evidence on here? Like, we have to just take everybody's word for it. So it's not the same, you know, as guilty. I mean, innocent to proven guilty, as every other law. You know, you shoot somebody, they got to prove it. You can't prove that someone talked to you in an inappropriate way.
No,
you can't prove it.
Especially,
I mean, you can. I mean, if you've got evidence,
especially if it's in a closed room, like, you know what I'm saying. Like, if I text you and tell you some
especially
bullshit,
if something happened like 30 years ago,
and it came from my phone, that's still not complete evidence, because Bobblehead could have took my phone and texted you and told you that shit, and it had my name on it, so then it's me.
Right.
So is that legit in a court of law?
Yeah, see, I don't know how that works. I don't know. Maybe it does.
Now with the new technical, tech age, I mean,
should told you should have put a password on that thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get off this, bro.
Why? I don't know. You want to get off of it?
Let's get off it, bro. It's interesting conversation, but I mean, there's nothing.
No, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Now we can talk about some women. We can talk about the bully kid, the kid that got bullied that made national news.
Yeah, the kid. Well, first,
and I've never seen a story switch so fast. You know what I'm saying? And like, there's 3 different levels to this story, from what I understand so far.
Well, first off, that kid's gonna see that video for the rest of his life. When he's 30 years old, applying for jobs, you know, trying to move ahead in life, like, people are gonna go back and see that. Oh, they always see that. Like, they people clown like that, dude.
That's 15.
People are assholes, man. Like, this dude was crying on the camera talking about how people are picking on him. Like, you imagine if you did something like that, like how we would talk about that right now. Say if you had a video, like, crying on the camera saying, "Oh, this kid picked on me."
Right. Well,
like, you gotta stand up for yourself,
say what you got to
little
say.
Man. Like, you gotta stand up for yourself, little man. Like, there's no reason there's no way I'm gonna film my kid sitting there crying on the camera. It was a money ploy by the fucking mom. She wanted to.
Well, I mean, but dude, not outright, not genuinely. Like, she's like, if they had the right state of mind at heart when they did it, you know what I mean? Like, because it's, you're raising awareness. So when you have a kid,
so what's the mom raising money for?
You already on step 3, and we haven't even got from step 1 to step 2.
I apologize.
So the kid came, you know, obviously something happened. He was emotional, because you could tell in the video he's not acting. And if he's that good of an actor, then fuck. Then
he needs to be in some movies.
Yeah, right. Hollywood needs to be knocking on the door. So he came out and said what he had to say on the video. She caught him in that right emotion, shared it. It took off. It went viral. Well, everybody started seeing it. The UFC saw it.
Yeah, Dana White.
So Dana White made a campaign and got the UFC stars to actually come out and say they got, you know, don't worry, you got friends, you got us, kind of can't, you know, which is good, because that's like UFC is out of all different professional sports, at different trends that you would want them to support
To
bullying,
back you up.
to back bullying.
So what made the narrative change? Just her, the money?
I don't know. I didn't even know she started the shit. My old lady sent me a message about the GoFundMe account, and she raised like 50 G's, bro.
For what?
And then GoFundMe put that shit on hold.
Yeah, I don't understand what she was raising.
They held the money, and then they found out. Well,
they found a bunch of racial stuff. Well, I don't know.
Oh, that's right.
They found a bunch of racial stuff on the mom's Facebook page, which I don't know what was on there.
But you don't start a GoFundMe account.
So then the narrative got turned. Yeah, the kid got his ass beat because he called the black kids at school the N-word. Which we don't know, like just like every other thing. We don't know if he said that or not. That, bro. But everybody couldn't, so now it's turned into a racial thing.
Yeah, you don't know if he said that.
No,
you look at the little boy, bro. He's got
I don't think that little kid
wants got a cleft lip.
Yeah, I don't think that little kid wants any problems with anybody. At the same time,
I'm not gonna go there, bro. It's the little boy. He's open game to be picked on. He looks like a kid that gets picked on. I mean, you want to be honest? He looked like a kid that gets picked on because kids are mean, and anything they see that's outside the norm, they poke fun at. If they can find if a child can find a weakness in another child in their peer, they're gonna poke fun at it. They're gonna.
Well, childhood's all about building building self-esteem. And they don't know how to do it yet. So a lot of it's
they don't know how to do
building
it
off of them.
So they'll destroy. They'll try to pull energy out of another kid.
Yeah. Positive
energy from another child
to be
the alpha in the room. And I see it. Like I said, I coach middle school all the time. It's at every team you see it. You always hear about it, especially at that age. Like not until they get older and they get almost out of high school that they start to mature and kind of break out of it, and everybody finds their own way in life. Like these kids are still trying to find themselves. Hormones are ridiculous. It's a struggle just to get past that age without coming the way as mean as kids are. It's a struggle for these children to come out of it and not be affected, traumatized by the shit that goes on in public school. Bro.
I forget 30 years old. You don't think this kid's going to be seeing this video 10 years from now when he's 16 or 7? I don't know how old he is. How old's the kid? 8?
I don't know.
So maybe
he needs guidance, bro. I think good guidance. I think some good guidance, some strong stability, to help him structure him. He needs to build some confidence. And I think martial arts would be a great thing for him.
That's what I do with Lil Pat. Build his confidence.
I think it would be great for him to build himself up. You just gotta know he doesn't know what it feels like. You gotta realize that once he knows it doesn't hurt that bad, and he can get through it, he'll be all right. But he needs that. He doesn't need a mama to start a GoFundMe account.
Yeah, to raise money to take care of what she needs
and buy him a new go-kart and and fucking pocket the rest. And he thinks that they hit the jackpot.
Yeah, see, I don't.
But see, I don't think this is the thing. Don't take this out on the child. Bro. Like people need to stop
taking it out on the child.
Pulling
I'm taking it out on the mom. But
even if he did say some hateful shit, let's say he did say some hateful shit. You don't learn. Kids are taught hate. You know what I'm saying? Kids are taught hate. So somebody taught him that, and it might have been his fucking mother. He might have heard that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's not his fault. So like kids are. He needs the right guidance, bro. He needs somebody to pull him out of that situation, if it is that kind of situation, and let him step outside the box and say, look, show him what's right from wrong. That's it.
Right.
This might be the best thing that ever happened to him. Or it could be the worst. You know what I'm saying? He could be like, catch me outside.
How about that? Be like your girl.
Yeah, right.
Could fuck him up the rest of his life.
Yeah.
You never know, bro.
She's cashing in on that shit, bro.
So how's your Christmas shopping going, bro?
It's done from what I understand. I was told it's done.
I'm done everybody but the with the old lady. I got a few of her gifts, but I don't have.
And I got 2 more presents, bro.
Yeah.
On my end, I got 2 more presents.
She got mine, but I'm off of work this week. Like I said, if y'all got any Netflix binge ideas, hit me up. I need to know some good shows to watch. Breaking Bad was one that was recommended earlier, but I seen the first season of Breaking Bad. Like I said, I don't watch. Dude, I just finished The Wire last year, and that show was over 10 years old.
I ain't never saw it.
Oh, it's good.
I didn't watch The Sopranos.
I'm about 4 seasons into The Sopranos. I'm not finished that one.
I started watching Narcos.
For me to sit
and
down
like I said, I watched about 10, 11, and it's just I just stopped watching it, bro.
Not into it?
Not necessarily not into it. I don't know. Just not. I don't. I feel like there's so many other things that I could be doing and binge watching fucking Netflix and shit.
D by DEP.
Right. I don't know. I just I don't. I like when I get free time that I don't have to act like when I can just sit there and be in a quiet room.
Go watch The Last Jedi, right?
I'm grabbing my book. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't so much. I'm talking about reading. Like I'll rather read a book than watching Netflix. If I got some solitude, I'd rather read a book. Or I'd rather watch something that like something that's gonna help me out.
I was telling my boy at work the other day about your Republic Bloods and Democrips book. Or the Demo Bloods and Republic Crips book the other day, bro.
So much information in there, I couldn't even tell you everything.
Jesse the Body Ventura, bro.
You did a good job on that one. It's kind of outdated because it was like 20.
So we got our second video. We only wrap it 20 years. We just shot our second video a few weeks back. It's
all the shots are done.
We've seen a few rough copies of it.
A few little tic tac things. It's definitely better than the first one. And people, what I would say is like, you watch the first video and we know we already on step 2 before people see step 1.
Right.
So they're like, these motherfuckers just look like a bunch of white dudes stunting in front of Mike. You know what I'm saying? Stunting in front of camera, and they don't know they don't know the vision. Yeah, the vision is like that's probably one of the last times
spinning out with in front of Barracudas with what may or may not be
having fun. We might do that again, bro. That shit was fun. I don't care what anybody says. That was fun.
So we got one more video to shoot for the Soul Trial, and that's it, right? Soul Trial is pretty much.
Yeah, I got the new coming.
Yeah,
the campaign. That's where we at. We on the campaign.
And then next 10 days from 28th was it? We got the 1-year anniversary of our podcast. I know a lot of people just started tuning in recently, but we've been doing this for a year now. So
yeah,
we'll try to I'm gonna try to get like some of the best things we talked about over the past year and put them.
Good luck.
Collage,
man. We ain't said nothing much.
Yeah, we
been 12 months, 365
I don't think we said
days.
shit yet.
We ain't said nothing important yet.
A couple F-bombs.
Yeah, they definitely got F-bombs.
But we had a lot of cool people on here. Some people we didn't know that well until we got them on here.
Right.
Like Fats, like before, like I've been knowing Fats a few years, but we never really kicked it like that with Fats before the podcast.
What is the thing, dude? And I don't give a fuck about like money. Yeah, of course it's all good to make money, and get paid at things that you do. Anytime you do it, of course you endorse it, but relationships are priceless, bro.
Yeah, the networking you meet, able to done
in the doors you walk in and the conversations you have with people. Like, that's genuine. You can't put a price tag on that. And that's what makes this so special for me. Anytime that I could get on and approach anybody, like you can't, that nobody normally cannot see is, for me, is that's what push, that's my drive. You know what I'm saying? Like, to build bridges.
Yeah, I would say that this year has probably been the best year of us, working, doing content business, whether it be music or this, since we did the CPC in 09 and 2010. Those 2 years, like this year's right up with it. I feel like we actually did a lot. And like being out last night, that's what I want to tell you. Being out last night at Barracuda was like, just the people that tell me they watch this thing, it's like just crazy. And I'm like, I get nervous. So I'm like, all right, I got to kind of watch what I say. Now. They like,
the dude about to hit me, and you ain't realize
no,
he's about
I'm
to
just
come
saying,
to you and approach you and tell you, I love what you do. Keep doing it.
No, it's more like, I was kind of worried, like, oh man, we got to watch what we say. Like, people are watching us. We're like, nah, just keep doing it. Like, it's just people to kick it with on Sundays. And we like kicking it with everybody that comes there and interacts.
The thing about anything that you do in public, like if you're gonna do something that the public is gonna view and watch, if you worried about what the fuck the public says, it has to say about you, you're not doing it. You can't do it. You cannot do it. You know?
No,
what
I don't
saying?
care what people think about me. I care what.
I
want to be genuine. Yeah, I want to be able to talk about things that they're into. That's what I worry about. Like, we don't just steer off course and talk about ourselves too much.
Right, your channel, because what we're doing is, we're channeling shit that is out of our control, that goes on outside in the outside world, and bringing it to other people. So like, it don't take much for an outsider to see what we have to say and get really offended by what we say or what we do. You know what I'm saying?
Like the Adderall comment of it. I know a lot of kids need that stuff, and look, I didn't mean nothing, I didn't mean nothing bad. But I do know a lot of doctors misdiagnose.
And that's what I'm saying. And obviously, like, people aren't. You're not talking about that one kid. It's not the kid's fault. It's not. It's what goes on in society. It doesn't take much.
I mean, it's so much easier to do that than for doctors to tell them, like, check their diet, or there's certain vitamins these kids will take. They just sit there and write in prescriptions and send them on their way.
Well, that's why, like, mental health is such a controversial issue, bro. Because, you can look normal on the outside. Like, I don't see nothing wrong with that motherfucker. He don't look pale. He don't look skinny. You know what I'm saying? He don't look like he's about to throw up. He don't look like he don't look jaundiced.
Right.
But he's dying inside. You know what I'm saying? People
Fights
don't
internal battle every day.
And the true diagnosis for that is hard. It's really hard to come to a, like,
it's almost like anything,
conclusion,
right?
A diagnosis, a treatment. It's really hard to come to a treatment in that. And how did they get that way? It's really hard to figure out how they got that way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
somebody's
is
genetics.
it a diet? Is it right? But you just don't know. Is it all right? There you go. It's genetics, but is it genetics from the diet that was passed down from prior DNA? You know what I'm saying? You don't fucking
stuff
know.
That's in the food that's getting processed now.
Exactly, dude. That you don't fucking know. We tearing up, tearing up fast food like it's that's like
even the stuff they shovel to us in the stores, bro. A lot of that stuff's
processed GM. Well, I was this thing. This is what I was watching the video the other day, and you can actually take and you can do this for yourself. Is that everything on the outskirts, around the framework of a grocery store is where you're supposed to shop. Everything inside the aisles, you need to stay away from.
To the produce, to the deli, the meats,
right?
The dairy, right. All that bakery, all that stuff.
Is this
anything that's in a box or a can? Stay away from.
Man, Monsanto didn't really touch. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And then when you're eating, like as organic as possible, is when your trash can doesn't fill up as fast as it would as if you wouldn't. Because if you was eating TV dinners and fucking, everything else, it's all, the boxes and bags are filling up. You know what I'm saying? If
processed cereal.
Exactly.
They do have organic cereal that you can eat.
Well, yeah, but everything that's grown out of the ground is organic. They say the thing about organic is it's not sprayed.
Right.
They don't spray it with the chemicals. But at this day and age, man, if you could just stay away from McDonald's and Taco Bell and Wendy's and
soda, a lot of sugar. Right. Stay away from sugar.
You're doing yourself a service.
Y'all should be taking advice from me about diets.
Well,
actually, I am losing a little weight.
Well, it's been almost a month now, and I've been doing the juice. Yeah. It takes a lot of work, dude. It's a fucking workout, bro, because it's preparation.
Here's a question. I know not a lot of people could be. Juicers might be into it. What's your favorite mix? Like,
I don't at this point. I don't do a chemistry.